The Declaration of Independence stands as one of the greatest pieces of writing in history, a revolutionary document for a revolutionary moment. It is impossible to read its words without feeling stirred by their power. Thomas Jefferson's writing is magnificent, and when he declared, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal," it was the first time such an idea had been so clearly and boldly stated. To fully appreciate its significance, you must place yourself in that moment. Imagine Jefferson, young yet visionary, crafting a statement so profound that it would change the course of history. The world at that time was ruled by monarchies and rigid social hierarchies. Yet here was a document proclaiming that people had inherent rights, that governments existed to serve the people, not the other way around. Most remember the Declaration for its assertion of equality, but it is also, at its core, an indictment, a list of 28 grievances against King George III. It details the ways in which the British Crown mistreated the American colonies and declares that, because of these injustices, the colonies are severing ties and forming a free nation. This was not just a statement of ideals, it was a justification for war. In 1776, the Continental Congress met in Philadelphia, debating their path forward. Were they fighting for their rights as Englishmen within the British Empire, or were they fighting for full independence? Not everyone was ready to break away. Many were willing to resist British tyranny, but hesitant to sever all ties. Yet, as tensions escalated, the realization set in. There was no turning back. This was a radical shift. No longer were they part of a rigid hierarchy with a king at the top. They were free people, capable of choosing their own leaders and rejecting the idea of being bound by class or status. The Declaration asserted that rights were endowed by the Creator and could not be taken away by a king, a court, or a government. Even today, this remains a defining difference between America and much of the world. The document did far more than declare independence. It laid the philosophical foundation for a democratic society in which all individuals have rights by virtue of their humanity. The genius of Jefferson, Adams, and their fellow revolutionaries was in recognizing that this was not just a political break, it was the beginning of a new era, one in which people could be free to govern themselves and shape their own destinies.